What's up, Pyros? Today we are out here at Sky Wars 2022. Technically it is Saturday, so this is the last part of the setup. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. Obviously we're gonna have the speakers. We're gonna be sitting right here, almost dead center. Center is gonna be basically that big tall tower right there. But it's obviously field. That's all the pyro seating, and then we have all of the crowds gonna be back in the back. So I think it's time we kind of walk towards the field and see what's all playing this year, because it's probably gonna be the biggest Sky Wars ever, and especially the world record attempt we're trying on the fireball. So let's get out there and see what we got. So as we walk, we got people obviously with some flame pots right up front, and then I'm really interested in these big tall wheels. I think they're gonna be lollipops, basically where they have shots in all 360 direction. I think that's what those are. But we'll get a little closer and see what we got. Obviously we still got stuff in plastic since it did rain yesterday, so I'm sure those will come off closer to demo time or shoot time. We got heart symbols, so that's going to be a flame pot of hearts. Looks like there's a couple throughout. Looks like we got some very close gas mines. Yeah, those are definitely lollipops up there. And as we stroll through here, we got more of the gas mines and the hearts. A lot of stuff up front. Now these are going to be for the ProAms most likely. These are all these rows up front, really condensed, or the unlimited ProAms. That one is really tall. That lollipop is, say, 40 or 50 feet above me. I'm really interested in this, which these are all going to be single shot. So we got mines, comments. It's a big wheel. So 360 degrees is going to be lifted up, and then right behind it, it's going to be strong. It's going to be waterfall. So I haven't seen that in a couple years, so I'm interested to see that. Get further back there to more of the ProAms and 1.3. Now I know this isn't the big gas mine, but we definitely got plenty of tubes all the way up and down, all variant sizes. You got the big fat one in the middle, and obviously you got all this back here. Man, that's a lot of stuff. So we walked past most of 1.4. Might go back to it, but there's a lot of wires and I don't want to ruin anyone's show. So let's get further back here. So obviously I told you about the world record fireball gas mine. Here's the beginning of it. So Bill Corbett and the Fireball dudes are out here again at Sky Wars. And this year they're trying to do 1,500 gallons. So I mean, I'm assuming there's gonna be some fireball runs, because I mean there's two different rows. You got the big front ones, which I think those are gonna be about 5 gallons, and the ones behind are about 3, little black ones. Don't know if they got gas in it yet, so I don't want to get close to it. Then obviously it goes all the way down. Up here in front, these are gonna be the nukes. So I don't know if they're gonna fire the front and the back and front. But look at that. It's a lot of gas mines. Definitely the most Bill's done by far. Whew. And that's just one half of the field. So obviously whatever you see down these two rows is the exact same on the far side of the field, and you can see. But I mean, these are big, what, 12, 16 inch mortar tubes full of gas. And these can be giant fireballs. So it should be about 1,500 gallons in total between Cremoras, creamer, and gas. Man, I can't wait to see it. And then we're obviously on the right side of the gas mines. I think we'll move on back to the 1.3. There was some 1.3 up there. There's gonna be some mines, like right here. We got some mines, or maybe a 1.3 display. So there's gonna be a ProAm for 1.4 that's on like a strict limit. There's gonna be an unlimited ProAm, and then on top of that there's gonna be a 1.3 ProAm. So in theory we're looking at, I think, 9 shows between the ProAms or something like that. And then we got, was it a total, I think about 13 or 14 events in general outside the fireballs. But yeah, 1.3, it's obviously going to be all tarped up and plasticed. It rained yesterday, so that's why it's on here. Hopefully humidity isn't too rough. The fact that I'm seeing these tubes buried is a good sign. Either A, We got some heavy salutes, which that's what I think there are, because they're off to the side away from everything else. Let's see, is there 21? Because this might be the 21 gun salute. Let's see. And the fact that those are buried tells me there's going to be either 4 or 5 inch salutes, so excited for that. Obviously we got the shells back here. Gotta be careful where I'm stepping. I don't go near anyone's equipment. And obviously this stuff's still live and loaded, so be cautious with all this out here. So that's the right side of the field. With all the 1-3 shows out here, there's hard telling who's whose, unless I was out here on like Tuesday or Wednesday, because that's when most of these people started. I can't believe they've been out here for 5 days setting up some of these shows. So there's more of the shells as well. The way that the fireball, or the way that I was kind of broken it down, is the one of the 1-3 shows is in front of the fireballs, and then all these back here are either 2 ProAms and 1 like finale 1-3 display, but I'm not for certain. There's so much out here, it's kind of hard to tell. One thing I kind of noticed, instead of carpet masks, these little cover caps. If you guys have ever used those, I want to know how expensive those are, because obviously they use aluminum foil where they didn't have caps, but like for the caps, I wonder if it's more cost effective than carpet mask every year. The problem is, I guess you'd have to hope the wind doesn't blow away, or maybe they're like suction cupped on, maybe. Another 1-3 section here. So I mean, whatever we saw over here on the left is duplicated over there. And I think we'll get back here to the bigger guns. So these are going to be the 8s, 10s, and I think we have some 12s in the back. So let's get closer to the 8s here. Still not as much as we had, I think it was in 2017 or 18, when we had 99 8s in our K-Cap closing display out here at Skywars. But a considerable amount with these nowadays, where you can't, you know, bring anything from China over a 6-inch shell. So we got what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10 for one show, obviously, because there's different wires. Then we got 4, and then we got another 4 behind it. So that's what, 18 8s. Good size amount, especially since they're either going to be American made or 3-year or older Chinese shells. Let's get a little further back and see what the big shells look like back here. So we got 10s, and I think we got a lot of 12s back there, because I see a lot of plastic. So let's get a little bit closer. All right, so we're getting closer. These are the 10s. Looks like we got 5 on one mod, and then we got 1 on its own. I wonder if we're going to see some Raccoon 1-3 display shells. They said they're supposed to be out here this year, so I'll die to know if we get to see some 1.3 Raccoon shells. Can't wait to see them. Let's get a little bit further back and let's see what 12s we got this year. Might even have a 16 or something. Let's see. All right, so let's see what we got back here. Those look like 12s, or could be 10s. It's hard to tell without taking the plastic off, and I don't want to get too close to them. Let's see what we got in the back row. This will be the last big boys. So what we got? I think those are the 12s. Let's take a look. Old wrapper. Oh yeah, those are 12s. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we got 2 over there, so we got 10. We got 10 12-inch shells. So 18 8s. We had 6 10s. Those are 10s, and you can see them labeled right there. So on top of those 6, we got 8. So that's going to be what, 14? So 18 8s, 14 10s, and we have a total of 10 12s. Wow. So that's definitely the biggest amount of big shells since I think it was what, 2018 or 19, when, like I said, our club did a 99 8s in our closing display. Overall, pretty insane. So now that we are way away from the audience, I mean, you can barely see those wooden poles that we started this video on. I am way away. I mean, I'd say, I don't know, 600-800 feet, somewhere around there. Pretty darn far. Obviously you got to have the clearance for these, and I don't know if you can tell, but if the audience is up there, all these big tubes have been kind of angled backwards. As you can kind of see, if it's level, these are all angled away. So that's that offset angle. So if you don't have distance, or if you want to make sure you have distance from your audience and you want to make sure the fallout doesn't come their way regardless of when, you can put a little variance to get passed on permits, and also to ensure safety, as long as you have plenty of space, which we have plenty of space back there. I mean, a couple years ago we were able to shoot some 16s, so 12s pretty nice, 10s, 8s, and everything else. So I think we will get back and just kind of walk towards the field, see if we can do a little time lapse as I'm walking, and going to show you everything else as far as layouts go that I didn't go over already. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys with probably the opening ceremony.